Eddie Alvarez, and you're listening to Talking Brawls.
Delighted to welcome on the show. He's a huge fight coming up on Saturday week against Joe Lauzon at UFC Nashville. It is Scotland's own Mr. Stephen Ray. Stevie, first of all, great to have you on the show, my friend. How's all with you? How are you keeping?
No, thanks for having me, man. I'm doing good. Doing great.
Great stuff. Yeah, first of all, massive platform for you. Is it fair to say this is the biggest fight of your life, Stevie?
Yeah, definitely. Biggest fight of my life. Before
the Pearson fight, you obviously fought Alan Patrick. You were over at TriStar there for that fight. You went back to James Doolan and your guys there in Glasgow. What was the thinking there with the move back to Glasgow?
Well, I go back and forth. Like, when I'm at TriStar, I go over for maybe a month or 6 weeks, but I'm still always training at James's. And that's what I think people don't really know. Because when I see some people, they're saying, "Oh, I thought you were away training." And I'm like, I am training. I train in Whitburn at a higher level MMA under James Doolan. I sometimes go over to TriStar for a few weeks just to get the main reason I go to TriStar is to get away from the family, like, so I can concentrate. But I felt comfortable the last few fight camps just doing it at home. My partner's a lot more on board with, like, back in the past, she didn't really understand that, like, about the whole training was my job and I had to be here for a certain time, because she used to maybe say, like, can you not go there later, because she maybe had something to do and she relied on me to watch the kids a lot and stuff.
Okay.
But now she understands, obviously, that I can't go to training later, even though it's up to my, like, if I'm going to the gym, say.
Yeah.
It's got to be a certain time so I can recover for my later session and stuff. So yeah, that was one of the main reasons I used to go to TriStar, and obviously because really good training over there as well. But yeah, I've got really good training here at James's in Whitburn, and it's worked so far. So yeah, why change anything that's broken? I would like to go back over to TriStar maybe at some point after this fight or something. But yeah, like I said, it's just to change things up a bit, learn some new stuff, and get a bit of isolation.
So when was the last time you were back over there? Was it the Alan Patrick fight before that?
I'm trying to think. I think it was, maybe it was either before the Patrick fight or maybe even, it might have even been when I was on fight camp for Jake Matthews.
Okay.
That was meant to be my fight in Vegas the first time that got cancelled. I think that was actually the last time I was there.
Yeah. What's the main differences, Stevie? Do you find, obviously there's a huge amount of high level guys over TriStar, but what is the main differences in relation to training between both gyms and both setups when you're over in Montreal and obviously when you're back at home?
There's a few differences. I mean, the kind of main difference to TriStar is the fact that it's more a full-time gym.
Yeah.
So, like, it's open during the day as well, and some of the fighter sessions is during the day. And then the fact that you live in the dorms, which is right next to the gym, that's handy as well. Because here in Scotland, obviously, I have to travel back and forth a lot towards training.
Yeah.
But as in, like level-wise, like, I wouldn't say I get any easier rounds here in Scotland than I do at TriStar. I still get, I'm still getting beat in MMA rounds. I'm still getting tapped in jiu-jitsu. I'm still getting trouble on the feet, because obviously we mix it up a bit as well. And it's all to do with, like, when you're in fight camp, you want to be sparring with guys that are similar to your opponent,
of course,
or as similar as possible, but not just the one person, because obviously it might not be exactly like him. So we'll sometimes bring in some boxers, and I'll spar with some boxers that are maybe the frame of Joe Lauzon.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that tough boxing sparring, and then the same way, obviously we've got a lot of high-level BJJ practitioners throughout our gym as well, at the grip house and higher level.
Of course.
So yeah, it's just getting getting those tough rounds in, making sure I'm getting trouble from obviously some of my training partners.
Yeah,
getting that sharpness.
Joe's an awkward guy, as we know, to prepare for. He's been in some absolute barn burner fights over the years. I think he's 15 performance of the night bonuses in his UFC tenure and his career. Do you feel as though maybe you're getting Joe at a good time here? Because if you look at the last maybe 2 or 3 performances, you know, the last fight against Marcin Held, I don't know what way the judges scored that. I had a 29-28 for him in that fight. Do you think maybe it's a good time to be getting Joe Lauzon?
Yeah, man. Well, anybody that's been in the UFC for 10 years, you know, it's like, do you still have the same drive? Do you still have, you know, is he still at his best? To be honest, I don't think so. He's still a very dangerous opponent, but I don't feel that Joe Lauzon's at his best in his career. And yeah, like, you know, he's probably got other. I noticed he runs a few gyms.
That's right. Yeah,
I don't know how much he's coaching at them and stuff, but those kind of stuff get in the way. I don't think he's taking this fight as serious as I am anyway. I'm on the way up, and he's on the way down. I feel so.
Why don't?
But like I said, I know he's a really dangerous fighter still.
Yeah. Why do you think he's not taking this fight as seriously? Because maybe you're not one of the, you know, the bigger names. You're obviously a huge name in Europe, but maybe not known in the States as much.
Yeah, and I feel maybe like it's just a guess, obviously, but
yeah.
I think Joe probably knows this himself. He's not going to be fighting for the title anytime soon. You know, he's made his name in the UFC. He's been there a long time. He's probably made a lot of money, and I feel like he might just be after a paycheck. And he's been in a lot of wars and stuff as well. So you know what? I wouldn't imagine he's going to be fighting for too much longer. It's no good for your brain being in that many wars.
Yeah, definitely.
And still fighting 10 years later at the highest level. So yeah, whereas I feel like, you know, I just made my UFC debut 2 years today, actually.
Is it 2 years today? Jesus.
2 years today, yeah, that I made my UFC debut. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of at the, you know, where I'm looking to go there. I'm still young.
Yeah.
I'm at the kind of peak of my career and stuff. So yeah, I just came over a huge win over Ross Pearson.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is the next step in my way up.
I had that fight scored 29-28 for you against Ross Pearson. You know, a lot of people had it sort of scored differently. I look back at the fight again there yesterday. I thought, you know, it was clear 29-28 to you. You took that fight in 4 weeks' notice. You've had a lot more time for this camp. Are we going to see the most polished Stevie Ray we've ever seen in this fight?
Yeah, well, I'm feeling sharp. You know, my fitness is at its best. I'm feeling sharp in the gym, and yeah, I mean, obviously the more I've been able to train, the better. But I feel like, you know, I'm able to do those short notice fights. I train. You know, I know it was only 4 weeks, but I will make sure I get in shape. Doesn't matter what shape I'm in when I get the call. I'll make sure that, you know, I'm training 100%, 110%, and I'm going to come in on shape, and I'm going to be, you know, coming to get the win. And yeah, like I said, I'm in the best shape of my career, and I feel good, man.
It's a fight everyone I think on this side of the pond is looking forward to. It's you know, it's a really, really good fight night card in Nashville. Talking about going to the United States, it's going to be your first time in the US fighting. Obviously something you're looking forward to. Are you prepared for what comes with it, as in relation to obviously the flight and, you know, the time difference and acclimatizing? Are you going to get in a little bit earlier?
Yeah, man. Well, we usually fly you the Tuesday, so we've asked to be there just arrive there for the Saturday. It gives you an extra couple of days just to be safe. But it's not too bad. It's a 5 hour time difference, and I feel like any time you're going over that way, the east or west or whatever it is, but when you're going over that way, it's not so bad with the jet lag, because all you need to do is basically stay up a little longer, and then you can adapt a lot quicker. It's coming back the way that's a lot tougher, because
of course,
you can't fall asleep when you're not tired, but you can force yourself to stay awake for a little while longer.
Yeah.
So coming back's really tough, because then you've kind of got to stay awake for like 30 hours or something to then fall asleep at the correct time.
I suffer badly from it for myself when I get back from the States.
yeah, man.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's the same time difference as Montreal, so the same way when I go to TriStar, a couple of days of adapting, and then that's that. So a week to get used to the time zone, acclimatise and whatever. It should be good, man.
You mentioned it there. I think, I look back at your fights and over the years, and obviously the fight when you won the Cage Warriors lightweight title against, Sean Carter. You're not going to be scared to go to the deck with Joe Lauzon either at all, are you?
No, I feel, I believe in my skills everywhere. I know Joe's one of those guys. He's really dangerous in the scrambles and stuff.
Yeah.
But, he's one of those guys that, like, he's well-rounded, I'm well-rounded. I feel like I could take him down and give him trouble on the ground as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if I did end up getting the submission win. He was in some trouble against Marcin Held, and then he maybe had Marcin Held in a few times where he almost got caught. So he's one of those guys where I know that he's got all the tools as well, but I don't feel like he's got all the tools that I don't. I also have them. It's just, I feel like this fight's going to be two tough guys that, I feel like it's going to be the winner's going to be who wants it more, and that's going to be me. I feel like I want it more than him. Like I said, I know he's a dangerous guy, and he's going to be coming for the win.
And there's going to be probably a bonus in this fight as well, Stevie. Is that fair to say?
Hopefully, man. I'm hoping he's trained his arse off, and he's coming to take my head off, because an extra 50 G's wouldn't go amiss. That'd be good right now. An extra. I'll go on holiday a few days after the fight as well, so
brilliant.
An extra $50,000 would go a treat. So if Joe ends up listening to this as well, let's do it. Let's get an extra 50 G's.
Yeah, definitely. Are you going to stick around in Nashville for a few days after? Soak up the entertainment in Nashville, Tennessee?
I've not really asked, to be honest. The UFC usually just fly you straight back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fly back like the next day, yeah. So, but, I'll try and get out and see a wee bit while I'm there. I've got a week there, so, and I'll be like obviously cutting weight and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But, I'll try and explore a little bit, see what's there, and make use of the morning or the Sunday to do something. But I could always go back there once I make some big checks. I can go over on holiday and check it out.
That's what we like to hear.
Like I said, I go on holiday when I get home as well. I'm
brilliant.
Away to Spain for a week with the missus and the kids. So
awesome stuff.
So, yeah.
Just a couple more before we let you go. Do appreciate the time, my friend. You're 4-1 in the UFC now. Obviously, that loss to Alan Patrick, he didn't really do much in the fight over in Brasilia there back in September. Obviously, you're coming off that really good win against Ross Pearson. You're looking better and better. What way does this fight go? Do you see a finish in this fight, Stevie?
Well, I'm not going in thinking I'm going to finish this fight, because I feel like that's the wrong attitude to go in with, just in case, obviously, you don't finish the fight, then you're like, you've kind of prepared as if it's going to be an easy night, and it's not worked out that way. I always prepare for it to be an absolute war, and for it to go free, tough, back and forth rounds. So I'm prepared for that, but obviously I'm going to be looking to knock him out or submit him, ideally knocking him out with the first punch. That would be cool. So, yeah, man, I'm prepared to go the distance, but I'll take it if I get the stoppage.
Start of a massive year for Stephen Ray. You're a guy who talks about steps and moving forward in the division. Is this the start of the biggest year of your career?
That's it, man. I believe it's all done at this fight. My life's changed a bit since I've been in the UFC and stuff, but I had a bit of a layoff last year. Only fought twice. And when you only get paid when you fight and stuff, and kind of being in the limelight, I feel like this is the fight that's going to stamp my name. It's going to get people talking, and it's going to be the start of something big. I'm due to probably renegotiate a new contract after this fight as well. So
is this the last fight in your deal?
Off. It's not the last fight, it's the second last fight. So usually the UFC would like to renegotiate before your last fight. I just kind of, if the money's right, then I'll do that. I'm not looking to fight in my contract and do all that stuff. If the money's right and they offer a good contract, then I'll happily sign that. And coming off a win against Pearson and then Lauzon, then I think I'll be in a good case to ask for some serious money, because I know that they've deserved it, but fighting Pearson, I can guarantee he probably got a lot more money than I did. And Joe Lauzon will be getting a lot more money than I'm getting as well, which is fair enough because they've earned it. They've been in the UFC a long time, but coming off 2 wins against guys that are getting paid way more than you, that's when you can start asking for the money. So
definitely. What a statement it would be to go out and finish Joe Lauzon. Really looking forward to the fight, Stevie. Any final words for Joe Lauzon before next week, before we let you go?
Just final words, Joe Lauzon. I'm in the best shape possible, so I hope that you've took this like the most. Well, saying that, no, I hope you've underestimated me. Really, I hope you're my friends and you come in out of shape and I could just kick your ass, but. Realistically, I know that he's going to be in shape. He's going to be coming to take my head off. Let's just make it a good fight for the fans, like he always does, and I'll be happy to collect the 50 G's for a good fight. So, yeah.
For his holiday. Stevie, big pleasure having the show. Guys, do check out that fight obviously on next week, UFC Nashville. Stevie, it's been a real pleasure to have you on the show. Do appreciate the time, my friend, and best of luck next week in Nashville.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me on. Keep you up.